Doma Sports Talk, worldwide, with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now let's move up to the heavyweights, baby. Right? Move up to the heavyweights and we're going to talk the prominent ones, right? The prominent ones. You know, the Tyson Furies of the world, to a lesser extent, Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua. This here is something that the promoter from Tyson Fury said, and you're going to be hearing this a lot. He said that right now, Tyson Fury is a bigger attraction than Anthony Joshua. And I think he means worldwide here, possibly even England as well. Now, is that true or not? Well, he's thinking, well, Anthony Joshua does big numbers and everything, but you're looking at the numbers for the last fight from Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder, and we're hearing that the numbers were even bigger than all of Anthony Joshua's fights, even Klitschko, right? Richard Schaefer, a big man in boxing, has just given out saying that the numbers is the biggest fight in the last 15 years, including all Anthony Joshua's fights. You know, they're somewhere around 50 million, a little bit above that. The fight with Deontay Wilder, it drew more than even Klitschko and Joshua, and that's the one where everybody's like, "Wow, Joshua's making a lot of money with Klitschko." Right? That's the biggest one. So at the end of the day, the numbers must be comparable. We don't know. Once we get the final numbers and everything's out there and transparent, we'll know. But the numbers they obviously have to be comparable to Anthony Joshua's numbers for Frank Warren to be saying he's a bigger draw than Anthony Joshua. Worldwide, I probably agree. But the thing is, and he's saying because he's the lineal champ, and Tyson Fury is also the people's champ. We got all these titles going around here. Don't get me started with a body. That's 8 or 9 titles. The people champ is a title nowadays. We in trouble, right? But that's how these things are, So we're gonna have to deal with that, right? Is Tyson Fury a bigger draw than Anthony Joshua? Could be. He says he'll sell out wherever he fights right now. I'm pretty sure he means England or anywhere else because of that high-profile fight with Deontay Wilder. Now he's up there. Now, I want to keep this positive, but you have to say things that are pertinent. And one is, would the same courtesy have been given to Deontay Wilder, for example? You know what I mean? If you were able to go to a fight, you weren't the champion, you were able to go to a fight and land a few jabs, right? Let's do Tyson Fury highlights from that fight. How many right hands did you see land? About, I'm going to say 3. I saw 2 that left, right, bam, bam, was awesome. So I'm going to say 3. Let's go move it up to 4. 4 right hands in the whole fight, a few jabs, you're taller, bigger, and you're okay. That's okay. You come off the canvas 2 times, and people are acting like Deontay Wilder didn't win 2 other rounds, other than the rounds he knocked him down. That's ludicrous. That's because of your perception. There's no way you can watch that fight. Other countries, I've seen it in a few languages now. Other countries' scorecard had Wilder winning, especially with those knockdowns. In those first 5 or 6 rounds, if you had Wilder winning none of those, something is wrong with you. It's your perception. Go back and watch it for yourself, right? It's how you perceive that. Deontay Wilder would have came in that fight and jabbed a little bit, landed only 3 or 4 right hands, and soft ones, not the ones that Wilder lands and knock you down. Will we be talking about Wilder as the people's champion? I don't think so. We would say, hey, I thought you was going to knock him out. You didn't even knock him out coming in and jabbing. You wasn't even an aggressor. Even though he's 50 pounds lighter. That's what would have happened to Wilder, right? Now, I can give you an example. We can go right to Andre Ward and Kovalev. Andre Ward, the smaller guy, moving up in weight to fight the monster. They forced him to not fight Golovkin at 160, to go up and fight a monster, basically feed him to the lions, right? He goes in here, slays the lion. Barely winning that fight. It was outrage he had to fight him again. No one's giving about people's champion for Andre Ward. Going up there, smaller, with no punching power to fight this guy. You feed him to the lions again because he didn't get eaten the first time. That's the problem that I'm having with this. Right? That's the problem I'm having with this. I mean, Tyson Fury, you did a good job. But no, the title shouldn't have changed hands for that. Go beat up a champion. Right? Go beat a champion up. That's what I'm saying. You don't just barely win. And he didn't. You lost 2 rounds for sure with 2 points, and you lost some other rounds. Your face showed it at the end. The jabs and the body shots that were landed and nobody acknowledged. That's just America for you. No way that you're supposed to change hands. Decent fight for what he's been through. Decent fight, but what he went through, most of it was self-inflicted. Depression is another thing. We'll leave that out. Depression doesn't mean you have to get fat. Everybody that's depressed doesn't mean you have to get fat. Nobody says eat wild boar and get some of that steroids in your system and take cocaine and do all those other things. Okay? But it's coming back from things is awesome. But that doesn't mean that that everybody else's accomplishments should be reduced because he came back from things mostly self-inflicted, not everything. Now, another thing about Tyson Fury, I'm going to mention while I'm here talking about Tyson Fury. WBN, World Boxing News, suspect sometime, has him leading their poll for Fighter of the Year because of the comeback. Now, I mean, if he went in there and beat up Deontay Wilder, that would be awesome. But you didn't. That's what the problem is here. Fighter of the Year. And listen, nobody is supposed to be in front of Alexander Usyk. Like nobody. Anybody voting, anybody Fighter of the Year or anything in 2018 in front of Alexander Usyk, I don't know what your name needs to be. It can't be no Canelo either. Right? You were doped for the first part of the year. Let's not forget that. You were doped and you had one fight against Golovkin and they gave you that fight. Then you beat Fielding. Why go up and fight the weakest guy with a title when the title doesn't even count? No way. Usyk, easy. Running away. Anything you see other than Alexander Usyk, something's up. The guy went to everybody. He ain't been home in who knows how long. Went to everybody's house. Russia for your boy Gassiev, who was undefeated. Maurice Briedis in Latvia before that, who was undefeated. He's an undisputed champion, cruiserweight champion, undisputed because of that. Then goes to England to beat an informed Tony Bellew, who just came off those 2 wins against David Haye. It's not even close. Tyson Fury either. It's not even close. That is a feel-good story and a comeback story. But it's not these other people who keep their heads to the ground and keep working, keep living the life, are being penalized because somebody comes back. That means give them comeback awards, but not awards for the best fighter of the year because it's not even close to Alexander Usyk. If we act like what Alexander Usyk done is normal, then boxing will have a problem. Because what he's doing is totally abnormal, to go everywhere, to go away and win when you're away all the time. Right? It shouldn't happen. It's not that's not what boxers are doing. And what he does is extraordinary. And he's undisputed. Anybody else undisputed right now other than Terrence Crawford? And Terrence Crawford's in a different division, but he was undisputed. We're going to give him love for that. Anybody? Alexander Usyk, hands down, Fighter of the Year by anybody, whoever thinks they know anything about boxing, anybody. That he should be the man. If you see somebody else's name, they're suspect. It shouldn't even be another name close. They should be talking about second place. Okay? Other than that, let's get to the point. Frank Warren thinks Tyson Fury is a bigger draw than Anthony Joshua. I don't know if he's that. And I don't think he should be yet. I think he should be, if he goes in here and beats Deontay Wilder in a rematch, beats him, then yeah. Before that, I don't really think so. Shouldn't be. Not yet. Don't Sports Talk. Worldwide. And I'm up out of here, y'all.